This time I call the school board meeting for January 10th, 2023 to order. This time we're going to give the Pledge of Allegiance. Would ask everyone to stand. We'll ask Mr. Tom Toller to lead us in the pledge.
Please join me. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
Moving on to board actions, we will now have the administration of oath of office. We have the Honorable Terry Crosby present tonight to deliver the oath for us.
Sign this.
I,
Do solemnly swear or affirm
do
solemnly swear or affirm
that I will support the Constitution and laws
that I will support the Constitution and laws
of the state,
of the state,
and that I will faithfully and impartially discharge
and I will faithfully and impartially discharge
and perform all the duties incumbent on me
and perform all the duties incumbent upon me
as school board member,
as school board member,
district,
District 5,
to the best of my ability
to the best of my ability
and understanding.
and understanding.
So help me God.
So help me God.
And I'd like to congratulate all those who are unopposed, and for those who are newly elected, congratulations. And I would just like to say, may God guide every step that you take.
Thank you.
We would like to say that our newly elected board member, Mr. Trent Anthony, that Ms. Terry is his mother. So that was really special to have her here.
This time we'd have roll call. Ask Miss Cindy to give roll call.
Yes, I'm sorry. No, that's okay. I just didn't want to.
Ms. Richards?
Present.
Mr. Toller?
Here.
Ms. Abrams?
Here.
Mr. Westmoreland?
Present.
Mr. Duncan?
Here.
Mr. Anthony?
Here.
Mr. Moore?
Here.
Mr. Piazza?
Here.
Ms. Dominguez?
Present.
Moving on to election of board president for 2023. This time, do I hear a nomination for board president?
I would like to make a motion for Ms. Janice Richards to be our 2023 board president.
Motion made by Miss Abrams.
You don't
Do I have
need
a second?
You don't need a second.
Don't need a second.
Move to close nominations.
Motion's been made to close nominations. We'll vote on that?
Yes.
We'll vote on closing the nominations at this time.
And as a result of closing the nomination, she becomes the president.
Who seconded it?
Second.
You don't, oh, who did the second? Tom just did.
Okay, okay. Online voting's open.
Go Roos.
This doesn't mean we're wearing orange and blue at every meeting.
Okay, yes, okay. Voting is closed. Motion passes unanimously.
So, I think you take the seat. I'm gonna sit over here. And you just look at my computer.
You warmed it up for you.
Exactly.
At this time, we'd like to present to Mr. Glenn Westmoreland for the time served. And we know that just being on the board of all of the extra work that you have to do, but knowing that with the presidency, it puts an extra load on your shoulder. And we just want to say that we appreciate you for doing it, and I enjoyed being your vice, so now you have to help me.
Thank you, man. Here, you take the load off the shoulder. Thank y'all very much. Appreciate that, and I enjoyed my time as the president, and I look forward to serving with Miss Janice at this time. Thank y'all.
It doesn't work at home.
Doesn't work at home.
Dave.
No, it doesn't.
Right, Candace?
Okay. Now, at this time, item C, election D. Where are you?
E.
Okay, E, election of vice president for 2023.
Madam Chairman, I'd like to nominate Mr. Jerry Moore.
Okay.
And I'd like to second.
Motion and second.
Move to close nominations.
Second.
Okay, it's been motion and second to close nomination. Ready to vote, Ms. Cindy?
Just 1 second.
Okay, all right.
Voting is open.
Yes.
That's right.
You get to vote for yourself. Voting is closed. Motion passes unanimously.
All right, Mr. Jerry, now you have to move.
Yeah, you have to move.
We'll move her.
Please make, turn the volume up. Make sure it's off. You don't ever do that. Is it off? Is it off?
Okay,
It looks like it's upside.
congratulations. Okay. Item F, consider setting the date, time, and location for 2023 regular board meeting.
Madam Chair, I'd like to make a motion that we put our first and third Tuesday of the month to be regular board meetings, starting at 6 o'clock, to kind of go back to what we had before pre-COVID, have 2 meetings a month instead of 1.
2 meetings.
Second.
Been motion and second for 2 meetings a month. Any comments, any
I think
questions?
the motion also needs to include that the locations will generally be here at the central hall.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Any questions? Any comments? Ready to vote, Ms. Cindy?
Voting is open.
Miss Cindy, I'm not by my computer, and I vote yes.
Okay. Mr. Moore?
Vote yes.
Yes, Ms. Cindy.
Voting is closed. Motion passes unanimously.
Okay.
You want to,
Moving on to recognitions.
No,
do you want to take the picture?
G, oh,
G.
we've got G. Okay. G, I don't have my glasses on, I'm sorry, and I'm nervous. G, consider approval of board minutes for December the 6th, 2022.
So move.
Second.
Okay. Motion and second. Any questions? Comments?
Anybody have any questions?
Ms. Cindy?
voting is open.
I vote yes.
Thank you. Oh, that, yes, it's work.
Trent, I accidentally hit your button. Mr. Moore? Mr. Moore?
Mr. Moore? Your
How
vote.
do you vote? Okay.
Yes.
Ms. Richards?
Yes.
Voting is closed. Motion passes unanimously.
Do you want to go ahead and take our picture?
Yeah. Okay. We want to move now and take our picture? Okay.
Jana.
Y'all will give us a few minutes. We're going to take a board picture real quick.
And this one don't roll.
That one, hold on.
I didn't request a new chair.
Well, you can't vote on nothing.
Okay.
I don't think he ever got his.
Recognition A, and I'm proud to say that to recognize the recipients of the Enos Jakes Bailey Award, Above and Beyond Award. No. Yeah. Robin? Right, yeah, I was saying you. Yeah. At this time, Robin Abrams.
Madam President.
What? Yeah.
We would like to continue the Jake Bailey Above and Beyond Award that Ms. Sandra Bailey Simmons started so many years ago. So we would like to call her up because we want her to continue to be part of this legacy that she started for her husband. So if you could come forward, Ms. Sandra, to help us present this next award. I think what she's going to do in the months to come when we give this award, she's going to either have one of her children or herself come to give the award every meeting. So we'd like you to come and help us with this one. The recipient of this award tonight has come very far in life. There have been many obstacles in this person's life, and because of that, it made this person want to help others and not see the struggles that they would have, that she had in her life. The person went to college to become a teacher so she could help others. The person gives so much, whether it's tutoring or just giving a prayer when needed. We believe this person is what the Jake Bailey Above and Beyond Award was truly created for. It acknowledges those who have given so much of themselves to make our school system such a better place. That is why we believe tonight the Jake Bailey Above and Beyond Award should go to the person who created it, Ms. Sandra Bailey Simmons. I get to be you tonight. And I don't know if I can fill these shoes. But she always would read the certificate, and it says, Tangipahoa Parish School System, Certificate of Recognition. This certificate is awarded to Sandra Bailey Simmons, the recognition of being the recipient of the Enos F. Jake Bailey Jr. Above and Beyond Award, signed by Miss Melissa Stilley and our newly elected board president, Ms. Janice Richards. And I have a gift certificate for you and Mr. Bill to go and eat at the Boston.
Well, I am surprised when I saw it on the screen for the agenda, which I had not looked at the agenda. I thought, oh my gosh, I don't have the award. I don't know who the person is. I know we want to continue it. I had called up here and said I want to continue that award throughout the years, for many reasons. For one, to be able to reward those in the system that have worked so hard all these years and have given of their lives for our children. And not just the teachers, though, custodians and bus drivers, all of those that contribute to make our system the great system that it is. And I also think, too, that it helps to keep alive a memory of a man that spent 28 years on this board, that poured his heart and soul into the system, into the children. And, you know, I haven't said a whole lot about this, but this man, Jake Bailey, he would take his money that he earned on the board and he would buy shoes or coats or whatever it took for kids out there. Nobody knew it. I didn't know it until after he died and people came and told me. And he would give of his money and his time to make it better for other people because he did it out of his heart. He didn't do it to be important. He didn't do it as a politician. He didn't do it because it was the thing to do. He did it because the Lord Jesus Christ led him to give to others as has been given unto him. He was a very blessed man, but he also blessed many, many people with his service. And so I wanted to continue that so we could continue the memory of this person, Jake Bailey. And then tonight, I want to say this too. You know, I like the scripture. It sums up the race I've just run in Timothy, where it says, I have fought the good fight, I have run the race, and now, all of a sudden, I forgot the last line. Oh, yeah. Okay. And so the whole thing is, you know, you run the race and you run to win, but you don't always know because God's got other plans, you see, and you have to be ready and willing to accept what that other plan is. And I'll trust right now, I'm not going to be sitting in a rocking chair and reading a book or watching soaps. I'll be out there somewheres. I'll be doing whatever he calls me to do next because he's given me the energy, the health, the strength, and the heart for other people, not because of me or any of my goodness, but because of the goodness of the Lord Jesus Christ that placed it in my heart to be able to walk the way that I have walked. And only by his empowerment and his leadership and his guidance have I been able to do that. And I know that I will continue to do whatever he has for me next. He will use me in a way that he sees fit. Not that I might want to do, but he will. What he does, I'm preaching. I like it. He puts in you the desire to do whatever he calls you to do. You don't just wake up and say, I'm going to do this or that. He puts the desire there, and you may never have had it before. Because I remember when Jake was here, he'd say, I'm not going to run next time you run. I said, oh, no, not me. I don't want anything to do with politics. I'm teaching. I was at Southeastern teaching. I love what I do. No, not me. And when he died, I'll never forget it. Virgil Allen was superintendent. I said, who's taking his place? He said, I don't know. I said, it's going to be me. And he said, what do you mean, Sandra? You need to be a missionary. You don't want to be a school board member. He tried to talk me out of it. It didn't work. So back in 2001, in July, about the 12th or 13th, is when I took that position. And I've been in that position ever since. And I can say this right now, that God has taken me through every step of the way, and he will continue to guide me. And I want to say this too. I will be praying for this board and Melissa Stilley in my regular prayer time all the time. And I will be praying that God will give them strength and safety and wisdom and insight to be able to do what needs to be done for our kids. And also, too, I want to congratulate Joey Piazza and Trent Anthony in their new roles on this board. I want to congratulate my friend as the new president of the board, Janice, and of course Jerry as the vice president. I'm proud of them. I know they're going to do a great job, and they'll also be in my prayers. Thank you so much for this award, and God bless each and every one of you. I just thought of the last line of that scripture. I have kept the faith. And that means, keeping the faith means this. that when you go out to do whatever you're supposed to do, and you put the Lord first, then He will give you the strength and the courage and everything else to follow the job. So I have kept the faith, I kept His name out there, and that was the most important thing in this whole race to me. Thank you, I did.
Us officially approving the certificate so that they can then file it into the public record, which starts the lien period, so that anybody that claims that
Look, so these are for reading, because when I look out, I didn't see anything. I couldn't see nothing.
I got some.
and then I'm going to kick that over next week.
Yeah.
Okay. Good job. That was good.
Try to get us all on the same page.
Okay. Next on our agenda, consider committee reports. Policy Committee of the Whole, December 6, 2022.
Madam President, I'm going to move at this time to table that over to our meeting next week. I know we have some new board members that would like to provide some additional input on that before we finalize it, so would like to give us another week to get that exactly like we want it before we bring it back to the board for finalization.
A second,
Okay.
Next
Motion and
or
second,
the next meeting.
the next meeting. To table to the next meeting.
Who seconded?
It's
Rose second.
Rose second.
Rose, and it's non-debatable.
Oh,
So
Okay.
just call for a vote.
okay, call for a vote.
Voting is open. Voting is closed. Motion passes unanimously.
Okay, at this time, we will turn it over to the superintendent for reports and/or recommendations.
Thank you, Madam President. We have 3 items for substantial completion. 3 of the re-roof projects from Hurricane Ida. 5A is to consider approval of the substantial completion certificate for D.C. Reeves Elementary School re-roof project, Hurricane Ida, by Coleman Roofing, LLC.
I'll make a motion to accept the recommendation for substantial completion.
A second.
Motion and second. Any questions? Call to vote.
Voting is open. Voting is closed. Motion passes unanimously.
Thank you. Item 5B is consider approval of the substantial completion certificate for Sumner Middle and Sumner High School's re-roof project, Hurricane Ida, by Coleman Roofing, LLC.
So move.
Motion and second. Any questions? Comments? Call to vote, Ms. Cindy.
Voting is open.
No issues with any of these, Mr. Terry?
Voting is closed. Motion passes unanimously.
Thank you. Item 5C is consider approval of the substantial completion certificate for Laranja Elementary and Laranja Middle School re-roof project for Hurricane Ida by Seiferting Construction Incorporated.
I make a motion.
Second.
Motion and second. Any questions? Call to vote.
Voting is open. Voting is closed. Motion passes unanimously.
Okay. At this time, we'll start, I think we're going to start with our personal privileges, and we're going to start with Mr. Westmoreland.
Thank you, thank you. Well, congratulations to our new board members, and congratulations to the ones who ran without opposition. I think it's going to be a great year, especially under the leadership of our new president and new vice president. Congratulations to y'all. And I'd just like to say again, I appreciate the opportunity to have been the president for the past year. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed working with the administration. And I'm looking for bigger and better things during this second term that I was elected to. And thank everybody for coming out. I'd like to recognize my wife Candace and my son Bo being president of the meeting tonight. I'm glad y'all came out. Thank you, Mr. President.
Okay. Ms. Rose?
Yes, congratulations to everyone. Looking forward to 4 years. We're all one in a million. I think we're going to work well together. I really appreciate the opportunity. I thank my people who voted for me in Ponchatoula area to keep the trust in me. I'm starting my 17th year today, and I'm looking forward to representing Tangipahoa Parish as well as representing Tangipahoa Parish on the state board as well. So congratulations to Janice and Jerry. Looking forward to working with you guys, and great new year.
Yes. Tom?
All right. Yeah, just congratulations again, Joey, Trent. Like I said before, welcome to our dysfunctional family. Glad to have y'all. Look forward to working with y'all, seriously, though. Miss Andra, you know I love you to death. I appreciate what you stand for. I appreciate what you kneel for. I can say the same thing about Randy Bush as well. Thank y'all. And I know that both of you would be still plugged into our school system. Miss Sandra, we need you, and we need you to keep going and doing school visits. If you need a badge or something, you can come steal mine, but we want you still in our schools because we love you and we need you. Same goes for you, Randy. School system, I'm glad everybody had a good break. Miss Janice, welcome. I'm glad to serve with you this year, and I look forward to seeing what you have, Mr. Jerry. I think it's fitting, and I think this is going to be a great year. And you know as well as the rest of the board members will tell you, whatever y'all need, pick up the phone and call us. We'll be more than glad to help you moving forward. So, with that being said, also want to welcome new principal for Roseland, Miss Rainey.
Yes.
Hope that she'll come to one of our meetings so we can formally introduce her to the board. She's been at Roseland before, but I know the school's glad to have her. So, welcome to her. Thank you.
Okay.
Well, yes, another year is starting. I want to say we're going to miss you, Miss Sandra. Thank you for all the support. Randy, we're going to miss you too. Not as much as we're going to miss Miss Sandra, though. Yeah.
Amen.
Congratulations to our two new board members. I will not be calling you new board members after tonight. Ms. Dominguez called us new board members for a long time. After tonight, I will not call you new board members, I promise.
You're veterans.
You're veterans now. Congratulations to my dear friend Janice. When her and I both ran the first go-around, we became very close friends, and I'm glad to call her a very dear friend. Congratulations, Mr. Jerry. Y'all are both worthy of this honor to be president and vice president at this time. And we look forward to many great things happening over our next 4 years. I know we can make a difference. We've made a difference since I've been on the board the last 4 years, and I think there's only room for growth and to climb up this hill and complete what we've started. I'd like to say thank you for my husband for making it over here from North Oaks so quickly to be here tonight.
I'll just echo everything you guys said and turn it over. I know we have a requirement that new board members have to do a 20-minute speech, so we'll just let them get started now.
So first I want to thank God for putting me in this seat. I want to thank my family and friends, my wife, my kids, everybody who's sitting over here, my mom and my dad, and all my relatives are in the back row. You can only do what people instill in you, and they definitely did that throughout my life, and I want to thank you for that, from the bottom of my heart, for all of you. I want to thank Tangipahoa Parish School System for giving me the tools and the knowledge to hopefully perform this job to the best of my duties. I want to thank the people of Tpsb and District H for putting their faith in me and my family. I want to thank this full board who in the last few weeks have reached out and welcomed me and put me into the position. Because while Ms. Sanders is in the room, I want to say to you directly, this seat has a very big burden to fill. The word Bailey means a ton to many people throughout this parish. And I want to thank you for the amount of time you put into this system and to these children and to our community. And like Tom said, please don't stop. Hold us accountable, watch what we're doing, and tell us if what we need to do right. Thank you for everything you've done and for all the faith and beautiful things you've done to the system. Again, I look forward to working with this board. I want to congratulate our new Madam President, our new Vice President. I look forward to working with every single one of you, and God bless everybody in our system, and God bless everybody in Tpsb.
It's always hard to speak behind Joey Piazza. I always find myself in this position. Nevertheless, though, congrats to the President and Vice President. I'm happy for y'all. I'm sure you'll do a good job. I'm just extremely honored to be a part of this group. I really, truly feel like, and I've been saying this to everybody I've talked to, this is a solid board. I'm looking forward to see what we can do as a board together, and I think we're going to accomplish a lot. Miss Sandra and Mr. Randy, thank you all. Y'all have left some big shoes to fill, and I truly mean that. And so I hope that we can do a good job and make you guys proud. My family's here as well. Thank you all for coming. Some have traveled from Livingston, East Baton Rouge, and so thank you all for coming. And also, thank you to Miss Cindy. Miss Cindy has been just a pleasure to work with. She's got everything I've needed to get me started, so thank you to you as well. And I just appreciate the opportunity.
Thank you, Miss Cindy. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to mention you.
She's pretty amazing.
I don't want him to get the Teacher of Pet Award. I want to be in the running for that too.
I don't have pets.
Miss Gilly?
Well, I want to take a minute to welcome our new board members. And you're right, we have a great board. And although, we may differ in opinions, we always have the best heart. We want to do best for the children. And so, and do the best for our parish, and we appreciate that. I want to congratulate our new Madam President, Ms. Janice, and Mr. Jerry, our VP. And I know y'all are going to do well. Anything that we can do in administration to assist, we're here for you, all the board. And I want to just congratulate our board on the work we've done and the work we will continue to do. And also to Randy and Miss Sandra, we're going to miss y'all, but we know you have other endeavors that you're working, that God's using you. And I know you'll be in the backgrounds praying for us and lifting us up, and we appreciate that. Thank you.
Okay. First of all, I'd like to say thank God for this opportunity. Sometimes you just don't know, like Ms. Sandra says, you don't know where you will be going and what you're going to be doing. But if you just allow Him to lead and guide you, He places you where you need to be. And I truly believe in my heart that we are all here on this board. We're here because of the love that we have for this school system and our children and our employees. Are we perfect? No. Will I be a perfect president? No. But I will tell you that I will give it my best. And I do know from the board members that we've had is that we differ sometimes, but we come together as a team for the betterment of the Tpsb Parish school system. And we will continue to do that. And I just want to say to all of you, especially to our new, for voting for me and having the confidence in me, not even knowing, but you all did. And for that, I want to say thank you. And to all of the old ones, well, y'all know me and y'all even voted for me. So,
Now that you call us old.
So I just want to say thank you. For all of you that don't know, I have no siblings, no mother, no father, so it's kind of, my little family circle is really, really small. And I had a meltdown today, and I was like, I called Jerry and told him to invite his family, and I was like, who? I don't have anybody to invite. And so I kind of had one of those pity parties. And then when I looked out into the audience today and to see my family and my friends who took the time to come, I just want to say thank you, and I appreciate you, and I love you. And they can tell you out there that I am a team player. So, and I like team, and I like, okay, well, you do this and you do this and we do this together. And that is my intentions for us for this year, is to let's work together as a team and to keep our core values that we have here on this board. And that's my whole goal. Thank you.
We're still not wearing blue and orange to the meeting.
Well, yeah, no. I don't know, Ms. Sandra, maybe we'll make them wear the green and white for the Eagles, because they're #1 now. That's it.
No, I'm good.
Oh,
I thought Charles was
Vice
here to
Pres-
see me. That's what-
Yes. Mr. Jerry?
Yeah, Tom was just asking if I wanted
Just say something.
if I wanted him to remind you that I had been skipped over. But I was supposed to go before you. The president is supposed to be last. It's been a great 4 years, and Randy and Sandra, you guys have been a part of the family. This group of colleagues that I have that are up here have taught me a lot about being in governmental organizations. I had no prior experience to that, but this has been a wonderful first experience. I grew up in a family with 9 sisters, and all of my brothers were older than me, so when they left, I held that resentment against them for a long time. Leave me there in that house with all those women. But even with that, we got along great. Love is unconditional, and I and my family, we all understood that. And that is the thing that I would like to impart in not only the board, but in the entire community, that love is unconditional, and if it's not, then you got to find something else to call what you're feeling. I have gone into my closet many times, and especially when I worked for different companies that wore uniforms, and I'd have several uniforms hanging up in there, and I could never close my eyes and select one. I always had to pan through whatever was hanging in the closet until I decided that I was going to wear one of those that was exactly like the others that I had not picked. And I say that to say this, is that even in my own mind, in my one mind, just me and myself, there are disagreements, there are indecisions, and we have to make choices. And so I would just like for the board to remember that all of the choices that we make are about our children. Every child in this parish is my concern. Every single child. I think that if one child falls short, then we've not done everything that we could do. And our children, gracious, they're misunderstood, they've got issues, and we need to work to find a way to educate. That is our job. Our job is to educate every child. We have a responsibility before we're elected, we should have that mindset. But once we are, that should be our #1 priority, is to educate every child to find a way to get past the issues, the things that are stopping them from learning, those roadblocks that they're running into, and to try and help them get past that, and our teachers. I mean, because I've got one child at home with me, my grandson, and he creates a tremendous challenge for me. And he is an extremely good child. He's a good kid. My only complaint is that he just creates issues that we have to resolve all the time. The house is always busy. And so I understand what goes on with our teachers, and I just pray that this year that we get on a new path, that our teachers get inspired, that the board gets inspired to help them, and that we find a way to make a difference this year. That's not all I have to say, but I'm going to stop right there.
Okay, thank you.
By the way, as somebody who has one sister, I couldn't imagine. I just couldn't imagine. God help you, sir.
I wouldn't trade it. I wouldn't trade it. I wouldn't trade it.
Okay, thank you all. Now we have public input. Ms. Michelle Burris. I think she took care of it. She took care of it? Okay. Thank you, Ms. Robin. Ms. Jinko. Okay, at this time, we go into litigation.
Is Mr. Ravelay here? Do we still need to take that one up? There's nothing in the,
We didn't get a letter.
anything.
We didn't get a letter.
Yeah, on B.
so
I was asked to put it on the agenda by him.
but he's not here and I don't have anything, and none of y'all were covering for him, right? So I'm not gonna,
Yeah, just remove it.
I'm just gonna ask that we remove that one and then that we enter executive session to consider the case of Alexandra Hart and Janiyah Hart versus Jason Griffin. Consider the case of LaQuandra Jacob, Rakiria Alexander versus Tangipahoa Parish School Board, and to consider the case of Joyce Marie Moore versus Tangipahoa Parish School Board.
Make a motion. I'll second his motion.
Okay.
Can I say one thing before we go back there? Can we have like about a 10-minute break so families can take pictures or whatever before we disappear back there?
Yes, that'll be fine. Okay?
Just say without objection. Without objection. Or do you-
Without objection, yeah.
No objection.
No objection. Okay.
Channel 17, proudly serving the Florida parishes.
I'm tired of putting it on.
It's the binder y'all were talking about, I'm assuming.
Yes.
Good
They
Lord.
expect you to
That's
do it
just
all.
one.
That's just one of like 1,500.
Yeah, that's one binder.
So,
Okay, on the matter of Andrea Hart versus Jason Griffin, move to adopt council's recommendation.
Second.
It's been motioned and second.
Oh, shoot.
And Cindy?
oh, here, you need this, bro.
No, I can't see it. I gotta be
Yes.
logged in.
Yes.
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 Well, I'll vote if you need me to vote, but I can do it on,
On the matter of LaQuandra Jacob and Alexander versus Tangipahoa Parish School System, move to adopt council's recommendation.
Second.
Motion and second.
Yes.
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 On Joyce Marie Moore, no action.
Okay. Our next board meeting will be January 17th at 6 o'clock.
Motion to adjourn?
This adjourn.
Adjourn.
Meeting adjourned.
I think you're right.